They say neatness counts. But would you be surprised to learn that it doesn't necessarily count for much? We do a little messing around now with Bill Geist.
Okay, my office is a mess, and it'll probably stay that way now that there's a whole new school of thought that messy is better than neat. Hooray for our side. Are you a slob?
I do not consider myself a slob. Those are still fighting words, I think. There's a difference between being messy and being a slob.
Now there's hope for the messy in a book co-authored by science writer David Friedman. We found the perfect place at CBS for our interview.
Mess is good for a lot of reasons. First of all, you save a lot of time. Another reason is there's efficiency in mess. People who are really messy know where their stuff is because it reflects the way they work and think. And in addition, it's expressive.
This is revolutionary. We've been taught all our lives that neatness is a virtue.
Yes, cleaning up after yourself is a grown-up way to behave.
So I just wanted to show you my office. The author contemplated my clutter. This is it. What do you think?
I'm seeing pileage as opposed to heapage. Piles have a chronological meaning to them.
Yes.
And people often know how many inches they have to go down in a pile to get so many weeks or months back in time. And that makes it very easy to find things.
At our office, the forces of fastidiousness have been beaten back. Next door, Martha is embedded in her work. We're analyzing offices. Do you think your office is messy?
Not particularly.
No? Can you find things in here?
Of course.
Well, I think a messy office is in many ways basically a very interesting, lively ecosystem. And in
Ecosystem.
in your case, literally so.
Charles has his office looking rather tidy. He shared a few of his housekeeping secrets.
You see that space down there? That's a kind of a...
Yeah.
What I do, if they say somebody's downstairs and coming up to see me, I go like this. Take stuff like this. And I put it like that.
Look at that. All go to something, but I don't know what they go to.
Andy always has a lot of stuff in his office, but he has a system to deal with it.
When something comes in my desk that I want to keep, I throw it in one of these boxes and then eventually end up putting it under here. That's the end. That's the end of it.
But he bristles at the suggestion he's organized, but he would. He's Andy Rooney.
There's something offensive about anyone who is too well organized, or even organized at all, because I just don't think they produce much of anything.
The messy people I work with produce. This is a senior producer who's one of the big wigs on the show.
She's developed some really useful mess here.
Now there's a concept for you. Useful mess.
This makes me smile, and I think if I could see more executive offices that look this messy, I bet we'd be a more productive nation.
Wow, makes you almost proud to be slovenly. Mess has an established performance record. Had Sir Alexander Fleming not kept such a filthy, moldy laboratory, penicillin would not have been discovered. The authors found that employees with messy desks are 36% more efficient, and that's not all. The book has a survey that shows the bigger the salary, the bigger the mess. Yet even David Friedman admits there are limits. Phil, are you here? Phil may or may not be in here, I don't know.
Wow, well, this is quite a mess.
A spectacular display in Phil's office seemed to stun the author.
I'm not afraid to say it. This is a very, very messy office.
Looks like you got about 2 feet going here. And challenge his beliefs. He can't even sit in his chair.
Yeah, well, I mean, I try not to be judgmental about other people's mess. I am tempted to say that maybe this is getting a little bit out of control here.
You're impressed.
I am impressed. Well, some people are sort of engineers about the way they get their pileage together and actually keep it from falling over. There's some sort of science, I think, behind it.
This has got avalanche potential, though.
There is some physical danger in here, yes.
Little wonder there is still dirty desk discrimination in our society. Messy desks don't exactly inspire confidence. You won't see the president addressing the nation from a desk cluttered with old coffee cups and piles of unkempt papers anytime soon.
I think a lot of people would be horrified, and I think that's something that's really time to change.
As Albert Einstein said, if a cluttered desk is the sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk?